Hi, I'm Flavia.
And I'm Andy, and we are the firm, your real estate concierge.
We help our clients buy and sell real estate in Wisconsin.
That's right. And today, to help you out, we're going to talk about
Appraisal.
appraisal. We're going to talk about appraisal contingencies. We're going to talk about what is an appraisal, why you might need one. And also, if you stick around to the end, we're going to give you some pointers on how we use the appraisal contingency in our offers to help you win a house, even sometimes if your offer isn't the highest offer.
And that's so important now in today's market, seller's market. And Andy, can you tell us a little bit more about appraisal? What is an appraisal?
Okay, that's a great question because sometimes we make assumptions that people know what an appraisal is or some other real estate terms, and sometimes people get appraisals confused with assessments, and that's a different topic for another video. But an appraisal is nothing more than a professional valuation of a property. So it's a dollar amount that someone says the property is worth.
In the case, who does the appraisal and why?
Okay. It should come as no surprise to anyone that appraisals are done by appraisers. They are professionals that are hired by, usually in the context of this conversation, we're going to be talking about appraisals that are done for financing. So your lender, whether it's a credit union or just a straight up mortgage company or a big bank or whatever it is, they're going to, during the process when you're applying for the loan, they're also going to order an appraisal. And that person's going to come out and they're going to report back to the bank and to you what their professional opinion is on the value of the property.
Yes. So it comes to mind now. What is the appraisal contingency?
Well, okay, so when we write an offer to buy a house, that's a promise, right? It's just basically a piece of paper that says, I promise to buy your house. Only after it gets signed by the seller does it become a contract, which means you're obligated. When we put contingencies into an offer, it's our way of being able to say, I promise to buy your house, but only if this happens or only if that happens. With the appraisal contingency, it essentially says, I promise to buy the house or condo or whatever it is, but only if the appraised value is at or above the purchase price.
Yeah, that's right. And now, if you're a seller looking or the listing agent look at those offers, of course, they're going to look at that contingency.
Right.
Because what happens, Andy, when the house does not appraise high enough.
Right. So just like every other contingency, the way that they start, I mean, the standard contingency gives us the right to walk. That means if the appraisal is, if we offer $500,000 for a property and it only appraises at 400,000, well, we have the right to say we're not going to buy it because we've only promised to buy the house if it appraises at the purchase price. So what that does is when the listing agent and their client, the seller, are looking over that offer, they can see, especially if your price that you're offering is, if they think it's over the market value, they see there's some risk there, right, Flavia?
Right. The possibility to renegotiate again uh, that contract for sellers in today's market is a very high risk. So, Andy, how do you make your buyers stand out on those offers?
Okay, so like we were saying earlier, the if the appraisal comes in low, it gives us the right to walk away, and that introduces a lot of risk. And the number two thing that most sellers are looking for behind price, because price is obviously really important, but the number two thing that they want is low risk. They want to know if they take the house off the market because they know they're selling it to you, that there's low risk that you're going to renegotiate the price way down, or that you're going to end up walking away, or they're going to have to be making a bunch of repairs or whatever. So the way for us to stick out, just like with any other contingency, is to promise what you will do if that doesn't happen in a way that makes them more secure. So in this case, we can say, if the house appraises below the purchase price, we promise to pay either a certain amount over the appraised value, or we'll split the difference with you. You can lower the price a little bit and we'll raise what we'll pay over the appraisal somewhat. And that way they know that you've already taken care of the negotiation and they know what they're dealing with, instead of kind of worrying about that the deal is going to fall apart or they're going to have to lower the price a lot because of the appraisal. So if you promise to pay a little bit more than appraisal, it's important to understand that you're going to have to bring that amount of money more than likely in cash. Your lender will lend you money based upon the appraised value. So if the property appraises at 400,000 and your pre-approval states that you're going to pay a 20% down payment, that means you're going to have to make an $80,000 down payment. Now, let's say your purchase price is $410,000. Well, you have to make your $80,000 down payment, but because the property only appraised at 400, you have to make up that difference and pay $10,000 more in cash. So you really need to bring $90,000 to the table. It doesn't mean you're paying more. You're still only paying 410. You're just, because the appraisal was low, you're able to finance less. So yes, you had to pay an extra chunk in the front, but the good news is that your monthly payments will be a little bit lower over the course of your loan. And as we know, the less principal you have on your loan, that means you're paying less interest over the life of the loan. So in the end, it'll be a wash, or you might actually come out ahead. But it does mean you'll have to have a little bit extra cash in the beginning. So it can help stick out against the backdrop of a bunch of other offers. But it's just important to always understand what your obligations would be. Okay, so there you have it.
Yeah, that's another key to writing a great offer right there.
Flavia, we're always looking for new ways to be of service, right?
Yes. And leave us a comment or a message if there is anything we can do for you, or a suggestion what we should talk next.
And until next time, stay positive.
And thanks for watching. Ciao.